I'm Mike.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Junaid.
And this is The Big N.
Today on the show, we're going to be discussing the Fire Emblem Direct and the launch of Fire Emblem Heroes on mobile. We're also going to be giving you our hands-on take on the Nintendo Switch at the live Toronto demo, and we will be reviewing Shantae Half Genie here on the Wii U.
But let's first talk about the Toronto Switch demo. So Nintendo's had a number of public demonstrations of Nintendo Switch. There was one held in Canada, in Toronto, Ontario, and luckily Nathan...
That's where we live!
That's the only one in Canada?
Yeah.
There's nothing in like Montreal?
Nope.
Not even Vancouver.
Yeah. So luckily, Nathan, Jeff, and I had a chance to go there, and with a limited crowd of 250 people in each block. So there's a number of games available, from Breath of the Wild, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Snipper Clips. Lots of people there.
You forgot 1-2 Switch, Mike.
1-2 Switch, my mistake. And there's smaller titles like Bomberman, Sonic, Skylanders.
It's a smaller title. Okay.
Well, you know, compared
to Snipper Clips, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mania, so it wasn't 2016. So that might have been more. People could see that as a more big title. People have described Mania as feeling very indie game like.
I mean, it's by that guy.
It's
Christian Whitehead.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it used to be by Phantom, right, basically?
Yeah, but he's also the person responsible for the ports of the mobile Sonic titles. So he basically remade from
Hidden
scratch.
Palace, yeah.
So he's definitely the right person for the job, but I can still see that it's not the.
Yeah, the public doesn't like
title.
Sonic.
It's not the biggest title. So we'll see some of our thoughts about what we saw, what we thought about the console, if it changed impressions. Is there any games there we played that sort of went up or down? I'll just say my initial impression was how small the console was. I just didn't realize in person until just how small and sleek and portable it is. It really is just kind of the iPad type, the portable thing, and a tiny little base, and that's it. And you don't really see it in the video, you see it in person, and it's kind of amazing because I just realized how small it is and think, okay, look how powerful this little box is. For people who got to play Zelda, I mean, you had a 20-minute demonstration. You got to play the Pro Controller and the screen. I'll just say, even though the Pro Controller is $100, at least in Canada after tax, it's really expensive. It's a really nice controller, felt really nice in my hands.
The material of it is very nice. Like, it's this nice kind of soft.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels right in your hand.
Yeah.
It just feels like this should be the controller.
Like a game controller.
Yeah.
Is it closer to like the Xbox Elite controller?
Well, in terms of feel?
Yeah, because that's like the high-end controller.
Oh, Xbox controllers looks bigger though.
No, the Elite controller.
Oh, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
The Elite controller definitely feels better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the Elite?
The Elite controller.
The Elite's like, oh, that feels better.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Elite's also $190.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy expensive.
Well, $100 is still pretty expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, it felt good, and certainly I went from not wanting to buying a Pro Controller to I'm more interested in it and very tempted.
Yeah, same here.
I'm just going to mention the motion controls. That's something people have been really interested in. I did get to play ARMS, and I'm sure we'll discuss ARMS in a minute. But I'll just say, for those who thought motion controls were dead and really questioned Nintendo bringing it back, they're a lot better. They have really improved since the Wii, and I think people will be really surprised playing games like ARMS to see how good the motion controls are well. You guys have any thoughts about just technical aspects about the console?
Just because you mentioned the screen, I think the best thing I can say about the screen is that I didn't notice it. With the Wii U, you definitely noticed the quality downgrade on the second screen. For the Switch's screen, it's not like I thought it was like the most beautiful, like, I don't know all the terminology, like AMOLED, blah 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 things ever. But I also didn't think it was. I didn't notice any sort of huge quality drop there.
Yeah, the screen was really just displayed the games really nicely. It's way better than the Wii U version. With the gamepad, rather.
Yeah, so certainly playing Zelda on the screen, felt right, felt good. I mean, not like we could have, take it like 5 steps away, like really test out the portability, but, I wasn't really annoyed. The only thing I would just say about the screen, just as a player, I think certain games would work better on the screen. I also played Zelda, part of me still like, I want to play this on the television. Maybe that's just because it's Zelda.
Well, so it's an immersive 3D game, and I think that a part of that weirdness is the fact it is a port. Mm-hmm. So it was designed to be primarily a TV experience, and it's cool that you can play it on a bus, but it's not really, I don't think, designed for that.
Mm-hmm. So, and speaking of Zelda, I mean, I will say as a player, we got 20 minutes, and it wasn't like you had sort of like a locked arena. It was, here's the beginning of the game, you have 20 minutes, do whatever you want. And obviously as a player, I just ran in a different direction, grabbed an axe, and just ran for 20 minutes.
Did you put clothes?
I had no shirt on.
Okay.
Just wanted to see what Link looked like. Designed well with no shirt on, and I grabbed my axe and just ran. And I will say, I just feel as a player, it just was weird. Playing Zelda was strange. Going from kind of being on a set path and having to complete them. I just grabbed the axe at the beginning and forgot to lit my torch mistake because I couldn't make food. And then I just ran in a direction and fell in a swamp and died, and faced some enemies and died, and fell off a cliff, tried to get down and died. But it was fun. It was interesting. The controls felt weird with games because like I was having trouble roll and figure out how to roll for some reason. So
Oh no.
I don't know why, but it was interesting.
Maybe there is no rolling.
No, my brother said it was rolling combat.
Okay.
And I was really happy to learn that the stamina meter can get upgraded. Like, this seems really short for you can be like climbing and running around a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, stamina meter can be upgraded.
I wish there was something else where you could upgrade stamina.
We'll get to that.
Other
Don't
game.
worry.
Yeah.
But so Zelda, like I think all of us saying we're all gonna get Zelda. There wasn't really a game. Wasn't really gonna change my impression. Just. Jeff, you did make me play Eclipse, and that's the second game I want to bring up, just for me.
All right.
It's good. This is the one that I went from I'm not buying at all to I'm buying.
It's weird because, like, unlike, like, you have the advantage of having a twin where you have, like, instant, I can play Snipper Clips whenever I want. I don't, but it's still kind of like the kind of thing where it's not like I'm going to a lot of parties, but it's the game I want to have to kind of bring around to people and basically use the Switch's portal mode, because it's kind of a neat sort of whip out anywhere and show people Snipper Clips.
Yeah. So I'll just say, it's a 2-player co-op game. You play it on the small screen. Each person has a Joy-Con. And basically, you're solving little puzzles as little pieces of paper, and you're cutting shapes and putting balls in a basket as we did once, and filling out little shapes. And it was very fun. Like, it was like surprisingly fun. Like, we were just trying to like communicate with each other and just solve these little puzzles. And it worked out really well. And I was just surprised how fun it was.
Lots of different ways to solve the puzzles. It's
creativity. Like, you definitely see like 2 different people playing this game, and the 2 partners. If you played with a different person, you probably can solve puzzles differently. And,
absolutely, like hundreds of ways, probably.
Yeah. And that was good. And I guess the other thing is the price. Unlike a lot of these games, the price point is very friendly. Being only, I think it's $30 in Canada.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
30 in Canada, wow.
So it's like 20 in the
It's
States.
basically
Yeah.
like an indie game price kind of.
Oh.
So that, and it's quite reasonable. So I was quite happy we got to play it, and I definitely
This
wanted.
first party?
Yeah.
Yeah, first party.
Huh.
It's made by, I think, who is it made by? Intelligent Systems?
What?
No, sorry, HAL. Is it made by HAL?
I don't know.
Sounds closer.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, Intelligent Systems of WarioWare.
Oh god, you're right.
Like, they're not just the
Paper Mario,
Fire Emblem people.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
made,
That's worse, yeah.
WarioWare too somehow.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I think none of us got to play 1-2 Switch, right?
No.
No.
Oh, one thing I mentioned about Super Clips, that game can be played by yourself, which is a lot harder.
Oh, that's kind
You
of
have to switch
interesting.
between characters, or?
Like, you could cut, like, it's like
Switch
play
between
you
characters.
just have to
Oh.
grab a different controller and then kind of cut yourself out, but you can still
Oh,
play two
weird.
games.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
playing
just be a lot harder.
Yeah,
for one
like I
person.
don't think that's the point of the game.
No.
Like,
It's
I
not
feel
point.
like
It's not the point of the game, but you
lose
can
a lot.
you
Yeah.
can by yourself.
So none of us got to play Milking the Cow or check to see the ice cube.
It's unfortunate because like that would have been the only real demonstration of the HD Rumble, and I
Yeah.
am curious what that feels like, but not curious enough because I had to leave from the event earlier, so I wasn't curious enough that I wanted to waste my limited time playing 1-2 Switch. I played Splatoon 2 a second time rather than play 1-2 Switch. Like it looks cool. Like I have no doubt it has fun applications, and I wanted to try out HD Rumble, but it wasn't what I wanted to experience at the event.
Yeah, mine was an unfortunate circumstance. I was waiting in line for 1-2 Switch, and the TV broke down.
Ooh.
So I was like, I'm not gonna wait in line for this. I'm just gonna go try another game and play another round of Splatoon 2.
I also tried Splatoon 2, and Jeff was first. We tried it on the iPad. I keep calling it the iPad. The console, the tablet. And then Jeff said, "You should really try it with the Pro Controller." And I think it was better with the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
It was weird because, like, Splatoon 2 was the first thing I did, like, when I went to this event. Like, go in, I see the squid immediately to my left, I just sort of veer left, sit down. I was the last person, to get a seat there. And the only option when you initially got the event was the tablets. They were filling up that sort of station first before they opened it up to the TVs. And, I was handed the tablet. I was like, playing around a little bit with the training going on. I did not win a single match with the tablet. I thought it was really disorienting. And I'm someone who used the motion controls in Splatoon, like, exclusively. I can't do the controller method of controlling the camera and stuff, but it was really disoriented. I couldn't manage the camera, the rotation. I think it's because you're moving the entire tablet and looking at it at the same time. It was still fine. It was still felt like Splatoon. But once I got to the Pro Controller, not only did I experience the glory of this Pro Controller and how nice it fits in the hands, but I felt like even its gyroscope, that felt more natural than just the tablet itself. It felt more precise. It was very smooth. The overall control experience was weirdly more similar to the Wii U compared to just the tablet mode. I still think my main complaint with Splatoon 2 on the whole is that by not being the Wii U, the map teleportation is much clunkier. It's a much it's hard to get your head around how to do it because you have to double button press.
Yeah, it took me like 3 seconds to super jump. So now on the Switch version, I have to open the button to open up the menu and then press the D-pad.
But then you have to press the D-pad and then press A. So it's you have to hold X, then press the D-pad and then press A.
And the map covers your screen so you can't see anything?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can get shot when you open the map.
But you can also move while the map's open.
Yeah, but you can't see anything.
It's semi-transparent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's unlikely to happen now because at least the map we played, the spawn point is really high up, so you can't get shot at. Which is a real problem with Splatoon 1 is you can get spawn camped because the spawn was
yeah, it's a shooter. That's happen.
I just want a longer single player, so if I don't play online...
Well, the story looks dramatic or something.
Apparently, they said the single player is going to be about the same time, so you're probably looking at about 5 hours. Which, it's not great for someone in your position who wants to just do single player, but it is pretty good for it. For a primarily online fighting game, it's a pretty sizable single player experience.
That's the same as Shantae.
And I'm sure we'll get there.
Regular shooters, basically 5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be a little bit more substantial because they do probably want to impress people.
Yeah, I mean, this is as an aside, but I don't know if it was official where Nintendo revealed the price for the online. It was pretty cheap, like $20
in Japanese.
In yen, it was like 20. Was it 2,000 to 3,000 yen?
to $26 US.
Is that a year?
Yes.
So if it's like 30
35,
Canadian,
probably 35 for us. Probably.
That's not bad.
It's nice.
So
still not good.
It's still not good.
Well, it's not 50 or 60.
So you can rent a Mario 1 for a month.
Well, like I said, they can always change the online program because they haven't put it through yet, right? That's something that's paid for in the fall.
And we'll have a few minutes. We'll have a few months to see what it's going to be like. So it should be good.
So that was there, and we also got the opportunity to play ARMS.
Yeah.
Again, another surprise, and a lot of people were asking me about. They wanted about ARMS.
I want to know about ARMS.
I think that was the biggest question mark.
It's a game that has to do with arms.
And Jeff mastered it in one session.
Yeah, I basically I made the experience worse for me because somehow I don't want to say I'm a natural, but I was way more of a natural than my opponent. So my demo only lasted I want to say 5 minutes at most. Just because, I really, I managed to figure out how the game works really quickly, and I just destroyed my opponent really fast, so the Nintendo guy was like, okay, you were done.
You always go really hard offensive, I noticed, in the new fighter. I remember that from BlazBlue.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't tell you how to do so, Jeff. So you can do this little roll in the air.
Yeah, you can you can jump dash in the sky. It's really cool, and it all feels natural because it's not like you're jumping with the Joy-Cons, but. It all feels natural. It's in order to move, you're rotating or rotating your wrists to go left and right.
Yeah. I faced my brother, and we're pretty even, so it was probably a really good experience just to test out the game, and we both had fun. Again, most controls were really good. It really was picking up on the small swings versus the curves.
Yeah, the curves.
And the controls felt really good and felt right. All the buttons in the right places, and it was really fun. for a fighting game, I thought it was fun. The motion controls were really good. It looked nice.
I believe that ARMS could have legs when it comes to the overall experience, as long as there's enough sort of material there once the final.
That's the only thing I'm worried about, because the price, it's like a normal game price. And
it's a full game price.
We need to see what the single player is.
Yeah.
Not even the single player, but even just the amount of characters and amount of variety. Like right now, there's 4 or 5 characters.
There's 5 characters with 3 different loadouts for ARMS.
I can't see more than like 12 off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon Tournament had... Pokemon Tournament
Yeah, but that was Pokemon. They'll buy it anyways. 2 of the characters are Pikachu. Nobody cares.
No, that's a good point. But
this is like new IP.
Yeah. But I mean... I'd say like the motion controls were good. I don't personally want half the new games getting announced after this to be motion control heavy, but Nintendo has a few kind of, I guess you can say, gems like this where it's like we can still find uses for motion controls.
Especially if you're justifying, $80 to $100 for the price of controllers, you better hope that they're investing some money in making good motion control games, because these little tiny Joy-Cons are not $90 for a pair of them because they're small and compact. They're $90 for a pair and $50 each for something the size of a calculator, because they have the IR camera and the HD rumble and the motion controls. Yeah, like
a lot of stuff packed into a little controller.
I want to see games that take advantage of the technology.
Yeah,
and
same.
I also want to say, for people who have larger hands like myself, the Joy-Cons fit pretty snugly. I didn't feel like this is too small. My fingers hitting 5 buttons. I know some people were worried about that.
It makes sense to be concerned. I mean, our hands are fairly similar.
We have fairly large hands.
Yeah, and I was fine with the Joy-Cons.
My only issue with the Joy-Con was the shoulder buttons on top were a little too small, because I felt like I just stick the tip of my finger into the buttons on the Joy-Con in order to press the buttons.
Well, that's what the included weird grip things are for.
Only $30.
Yeah, but you get 2. That's nice.
The straps actually makes it feel a little bit bulkier, which is really nice. It doesn't feel as small.
Is there any other games smaller games that you guys tried that...
Well, Sonic Mania is apparently small.
Well, look, I have one little booth. It wasn't like...
But you had two sessions playing at the same time, which is twice the amount Snipperclips did. Sonic Mania was good. Actually, not twice. I guess the same amount. Sonic Mania was good. My main complaint, though, is the fact that I had the Joy-Con with the control stick in the middle, which isn't the most uncomfortable, but it's still kind of uncomfortable. And I think people are going to find that if they really love 2D focused games, they're going to want a Pro Controller. I really, like, when Sonic Mania comes out, I do not want to play this with a control stick. I want to play it with a directional pad, and now, really, the only way to get a directional pad is the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
Did you play Studiopolis?
Yes.
Oh, is it as fun as it looks?
Yeah, no, it's really good.
It's fun, but I play Sonic Mania 2, and I'm still terrible at Sonic games. I'm really bad at them. So it took me 9 minutes to finish Studiopolis.
Yeah, so it's a casino level. That's typical.
It's very much in the line of Genesis games, though. Like, it feels just like you're playing, like, Sonic 3, pretty much. I mean, there's some different controls. Yeah. I couldn't figure out Drop Dash.
I think it said something about you had to hold down.
Yeah, you have to hold down the button, which I didn't do. But, it's neat. Tails is following you again. Like, Can
you do different pair-ups, like Advance? No. Like Knuckles and Tails?
No.
At least as far as we know, we can't. Yeah, Tails is the one.
I walked past Bomberman.
Yeah, I got to play that.
I don't know.
It's basically Bomberman. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can really say about it.
Bomberman's never bad. It's never that great.
But nothing to say Bomberman's bad. Remember Act Zero?
No, I don't. No, it doesn't exist. Don't worry about it.
The 360 version.
Don't worry about it.
I'm very nostalgic about, of course, the 3D N64 one, so...
Oh, yeah, Second Attack.
Yeah.
I had Bomberman Generations for GameCube and had a lot of fun.
Oh, that was really fun. I borrowed that from you, yeah.
So, I look at it and it's like, it kind of has a story, but then I'm like, oh, it doesn't... It
doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't need to, but if you want to charge more than $10 for it, it does kind of need a story.
Yeah, it's not...
64 games had story, and Hero.
Yeah.
Hero had no multiplayer.
Generations had a campaign. Like, I'm not looking for a lengthy campaign, and it looks like this one isn't going to have one. We're not looking at a Bomberman 64 Hero Generation style thing where you have, like, an open world. It looks like we're looking at single player as sort of modified multiplayer stages and with little cutscenes, which do have voice acting. Good for them.
Yeah.
Sort of interspersed there.
Yeah. I mean, I also will say Mario Kart was there, but I already had Mario Kart, and it's the
I tried it. That was
Now you can play as
King Boo.
Okay.
Inklings. I played the Inklings. I was like, I had to.
Can they shoot guns?
But I'm sure the Nintendo staff were like so tired by the end of the weekend of people choosing Inklings. Come on, pick something else.
So, guys, any final thoughts about your initial impressions of trying to Switch?
I got to play Has-Been Heroes, which I believe everyone should play.
What kind of game is that again?
It's kind of like they call it a roguelike. I don't really know if you call it a roguelike. It's basically like if you don't Plants vs Zombies gameplay, it's kind of like that, except you have spells and different abilities you can use for each hero. So it's got like 3 lanes, and then the skeletons come down the lane. You have to defeat them all.
Sounds like something I wouldn't play on a console.
You can play as a handheld. That's a good handheld game to take with you.
I walked by Disgaea 5.
What the? That was there?
Yeah. Disgaea 5 is there. Yeah.
Is that out on real systems? No offense.
It's out on PS4.
It's on PS4.
Okay.
Yeah. It came on PS4 like a year ago, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
But this is the complete edition. It comes with all the DLC.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really want to play it because again, Disgaea 5 exists. I knew I wasn't going to be able to experience the whole Switch, the full potential of the Switch with Disgaea 5. It's still something I might consider depending on the price and everything. But overall, though, I'd just like to mention the overall presentation and event was very well done.
Yeah, the event itself was really well organized. So it was the first time I think I've gone to a lot of Nintendo events, and this was the best one by far.
And I mean, I was just talking to people. It did change some people's impressions, good impressions, just of a bunch of different games and the way that the console is. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. But now we're going to move on to Fire Emblem. Last month, Nintendo did a Fire Emblem Direct.
First Fire Emblem Direct.
Yeah.
And 4 different games were shown.
Yeah, that was...
a lot
shown,
but announced. Shown. So we have Fire Emblem on Nintendo Switch coming in 2018. The first Fire Emblem on a console since Radiant Dawn. So it's been, 7 years?
7, 8... It'll be 8 years, I think, because Radiant Dawn was 2010.
Yeah. One thing we'll quickly say about the Switch is kind of a theory I kind of came up with. So, because they're releasing we're going to get to Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia, but my theory is that in order to sell more Switch consoles, they're going to make Fire Emblem for Switch more like the Awakening and Fates version, while the remake will be more like for the core Fire Emblem fans.
Yeah, it seems like they're using Echoes as a subtitle, possibly for subsequent remakes.
Yeah, that's my theory too. Yeah.
They're remaking Gaiden. I find that so bizarre, because Gaiden is kind of the Zelda 2 of Fire Emblem. It was really different. It wasn't that popular, which is clear from Fire Emblem 3 going back to 1.
And not released in North America.
Yeah, of course. Nothing prior to 7
nothing
was. So... That caught everybody by surprise, because the few of us that thought there might be a remake were it'll either be 6 because that's Roy's game, and Roy's got Smash and everything, or it'll be 4 because that's what all the Japanese hipsters say is the best game. Nobody wanted 2 as a remake, but now that we've seen it, it looks really interesting, so I'm really excited, and that's really fast that it's coming out too.
May 19th.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's Japan and North America, which is pretty rare for Fire Emblem these days. Yeah,
so doing a Pokemon thing there.
It's interesting because the base story is vaguely similar to Fates already, because it's got the 2 very distinctly different kingdoms, and everybody jokes that since one kingdom is all military and one is all peaceful, that is supposed to be the 2 sides of the fan base. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it looks interesting.
It definitely looks like that on to your point, like a fully fleshed remake.
Yeah.
It's it didn't just look like a port. They added some nicer looking sprites.
Well, if it's an NES game, you can't really just
port it.
I mean, they did that with Shadow Dragon. They just added side chapters and stuff. But yeah, and I'm glad that the character designs are still consistent to older Fire Emblems, and they haven't been awakening, so to speak, with the terrible dodgers and shit. Celica's still got armor. That's very important.
And her amiibo still has armor.
Yes.
2
well,
new amiibo.
Yeah. So we're getting the amiibo, whatever, who cares? If the characters are popular, they'll get real figures. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Sadly, no special editions for us here in North America, though Japan gets 2. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Europe will probably get 1 and we won't, because Europe is better than us too.
Oh, Europe might get 1, yeah. We'll see.
So that was the second Fire Emblem announcement.
Yes, yeah.
And then Fire Emblem Warriors is confirmed coming out fall 2017 for both the Switch and the new 3DS.
I forgot it's on new 3DS.
I guess Hyrule Warriors sold well enough on 3DS that they figure it's worth it.
And they also realized don't put a Warriors game on regular 3DS.
Because Hyrule Warriors on 3D...
Like,
regular
it was
3DS
fine for me, but I'm very ignorant about these things, so...
No, it's definitely not as good as the Wii version.
I really thought that would be the focus of the presentation, so I'm surprised it was literally, hey, Chrome's playable. Yeah, we knew that. He was in the last trailer.
It's like,
okay,
oh.
bye.
Well, I think I also think it kind of goes to show where Nintendo. I mean, we've been speculating like, is the 3DS gonna die or not? And it sounds like 3DS is not going anywhere for at least another year. So with Fire Emblem Warriors, being released on the new 3DS, it shows that Nintendo still is putting stock in 3DS.
And Echoes.
Yeah, and Echoes.
Yeah.
And then they also, I mean, as an aside, they were
still
saying,
what is that new IP? Some blue something when you're like.
It's the Pikmin.
Blue Oasis or something they announced last year.
Ever Oasis.
That we've not heard about since then. That's 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nintendo was saying recently, like, oh yeah, there's a number of 3DS titles that from popular franchises that we haven't revealed yet. I'm like, really curious to see what
Star
these
Fox
are.
Zero 3DS.
No, Star Fox Guard 3DS. They're
yeah.
going to put their good Star Fox game from the last little while
Now with
on
more
the 3DS.
Slippy.
Now with more Slippy. Appreciate that.
We'll just call it Slippy's Guard. They don't want to use the Star Fox name because that might tarnish the
That might tarnish Slippy.
Well, hey, I might get a Slippy amiibo out of it, so I actually...
You would.
There's already a Slippy action figure out there in stores right now if you want that.
There is?
Yeah, from the same series you have the Star Fox. There's a
Okay.
Slippy now. He's the second most popular character, of course.
Can you show me after the
Okay.
podcast? This is more important than this. Alright, and of course the last announcement is the Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game.
Yeah, Heroes
it came
went
out,
through a lot since it was announced
Yeah.
and since now.
so it's been out for about almost 2 weeks now.
Like a
And it's the third mobile game released on mobile, except for Animal Crossing, which recently got announced that it's going to be delayed for the considerable future.
So they're testing to see if you can pull villagers based on pulling Fire Emblem characters, I guess.
I don't know, Isabel's gonna be like a 1% chance.
Yeah, that's definitely a 5-star.
That's going to be interesting to see what they do with that game, especially because the Switch isn't going to have, at least in some respect, the same fluid touchscreen controls that the 3DS has had for Animal Crossing in the last few years.
Oh, I've only played the GameCube version, so I can't imagine a touchscreen.
It's so much better, I guess, for item management.
Oh god, I can imagine.
Yeah. So the mobile game might be the superior Animal Crossing compared to the Switch version.
Yeah. Plus the Switch version can't really have motion controls because you gotta play on the TV sometimes.
There was motion controls in Animal
So
Crossing?
not motion controls, touch controls, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
like you gotta swing the butterfly net and...
So yeah, I mean, interesting to see. I mean, but with Fire Emblem, so once again, released on February 2nd. It made $2.9 million on release day.
That's really impressive.
Third all time on mobile behind Pokemon Go, Super Mario Run. Although, is that third? Is that just 3 out of 3?
Nintendo, I imagine. It can't be an actual all time.
There's no way it beat Angry Birds or something.
3 out of 3.
That's opening day I'm talking about.
Oh, I see, opening day, okay.
Yeah, not in total sales.
And they released a lot of content since then. We got additional maps, a lot of freebies given away.
Pretty good regular updates. I mean, it's been a week, so it's hard to say. We're still in the launch phase.
Yeah. But I gotta say, like, I didn't pick up Pokemon Go because, I don't have,
Because you were smart.
Well, also, I don't have like, a lot of data, so I can't go running around my phone everywhere. And I didn't care about Super Mario Run at all because I didn't want to pay $10. But this game I like. It doesn't use a lot of data, which is nice for me.
Oh, I haven't tried it. Oh, wait, I don't have it on the phone.
Yeah, but it doesn't use a lot. Like
Okay.
I don't have a lot of data at home, so I was really worried. Oh God, this is gonna take up all my internet. But nope, except for downloading, I guess like the
initial update.
Yeah, the initial update. It barely uses any data.
So re-rolling would have killed you.
Oh
But
yeah.
you'd have to download that update again.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, you have to uninstall
Well,
the game from your phone
if
and then
you're
install it again.
rooted, then you can just delete a certain thing, and you don't have to reinstall those updates.
But we would never. Endorse
Oh, we
something like that.
don't condone this.
don't
Listen to
condone
your
that.
parents / the police.
Nintendo says no. But yeah, I mean, so that's good for me. But even though it's very simplified, you only have 4 characters on a map. Your weapons don't break. Sorry.
Good old fates.
Small maps. But outside
It could have
that,
been way worse to make you pay for weapons.
yeah. Oh, they could have been so much worse. But you get pretty generous with like the orbs which you use to summon the characters. Like
Actually, that's not very generous at all. for the orbs.
No.
What orbs you get, you don't get a lot.
Well,
It seems about the same as Record Keeper, I would say.
yeah,
Final
but the only thing
Fantasy.
is, once you beat the story maps, that's it for orbs.
But you get daily check-ins.
Yeah, but that's
See,
2 a day.
I played
Yeah.
what was the free to play?
That's how you get Mithril in Final Fantasy. It's
Mm.
been a week, man. The problem is not the game. The problem is we're blowing through it too fast. If you compare it to
Yeah, I
any
guess
other
so.
mobile game in the launch period, content is fine.
So
We went through it too fast. That's our problem.
I was thinking of the free to play Pokemon game on
Yeah.
3DS. Does anyone remember it?
The puzzle game?
Yeah,
What
puzzle
puzzle?
game.
I don't know much about it.
I'm not remembering it but I played that for like a long
Pokemon Shuffle.
Shuffle. There we go. But I just remember that and how like you get one little recovery thing every half hour, and I played for 5 minutes at it. Whereas this game, you can play quite a lot, and you can like continuously. I remember running out of my stamina yet, and just there's a lot of content, a lot of things going on in this game with the arena and training and the maps and the characters. And I do agree with you today. I think they're pretty generous with orbs. Like I think the people who are blowing it, it's because they want to get that one character really badly and. It depends on your personality. I personally, it's a mobile game, so I don't care enough to spend 18 hours trying to re-roll. I mean,
It was an hour and a half.
Yeah, but
That still
Your
seems like
own
a lot.
experience. Some people reload forever.
for me, I wouldn't do that. And even though I didn't get all the
Yeah,
characters,
but you
I
don't have
wanted-
Lynn, so...
Well, exactly. Yeah. Like some people got really lucky. Like some of my friends, they got the 2 5-stars in their first.
That's
roll.
bullshit.
One of my friends got 3.
With no rerolls?
No, he rerolled, but he
That's
got 3
He
in one
rolled
roll.
for 5 hours, but he got 3.
He got
Yeah.
3 in one roll, though.
But some of the people, they got didn't re-roll at all. And I'm just like, but I just didn't care enough. But despite that, not having necessarily like my favorite characters, I still find it quite fun. Part of it, I think, is just it's kind of like the Fire Emblem fan service game. Like, here's all your characters with some nice art and like,
Every character is new art, and they have different art styles, which I thought is really interesting. For example, a lot of the characters from like Shadow Dragon, they have a really 90s kind of anime style to it. Whereas, like the 3DS characters are mostly just, the new art. I'm not sure if it's actually the same old artist. I've actually seen, for example, Arthur, who's from the Fates games. He actually has like codename Steam style, like really Western comic book
Oh
art.
yeah.
And Gunter's from Fates, but I feel like his art is a little bit more of that old school one.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. But I think starting from like 6 is when they have the more modern art, so that's kind of cool. But I mean, they're kind of modern anime. But yeah, it's really nice to see, and that they're all voiced in English is insane to me. This is the first time we hear Martha in English, minus I think a dub of the old OVA.
Korean Steam. Also,
Yeah.
in English.
Like they put a lot of effort for a mobile game. I feel like
Oh,
there's a lot of-
for
Yeah.
sure.
And they all have their own voice actors, every character.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's just
crazy.
There's a lot of production value in this game.
3 or 4 lines, but it's nice. It's and that's kind of what I like about it. I just feel like they put enough effort into it that I'm enjoying it, and I just feel like there's a lot of things to do. Every time I turn it on, I'm like, okay, gotta check this and try this map, and people are visiting me, and it's pretty fun.
They have to make the characters good because you have to pull for the characters.
Yeah, true.
Like again, the other mobile game I play is Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which again is all crossover characters.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, you get the characters from events and story dungeons. It's never a random chance.
Mm-hmm.
You pull for equipment. So the characters have a lot, I would say, less effort put into them, but still a decent amount compared to here. Because we want to see, their voice, they do this, they do that. That's why I'm going to spend my money and try to get them.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And I think, as you said, it'll be interesting to see how long they keep up the content for. Like,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
not all the Fire Emblem games were represented in the first launch. So, Sacred Stone, Path of Radiance.
And they don't add every character from every game. Like,
That's
they
true.
don't have all the Fates characters yet. There'll be
Yeah.
a second Fates banner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There'll be those other characters. There'll be characters like Leela who weren't actually playable that will still get in, I hope,
Mhm.
eventually, like
Apparently,
Record
there's
Keeper did.
content at least until Christmas.
Well, that's pretty good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's the Christmas Darja
Christmas
and
Darja,
Robin, Corin, somebody.
Someone with
Yeah.
whitish hair, I think.
Probably
it's
Corin. Or it could be still
Robin.
Robin. But some people
They're
are
the
saying
same
that might
person.
be because it was meant to be released earlier and there was going to be a Christmas
okay.
event. But it could go either way. There was a leak this morning, actually, breaking news, that Erica and Ephraim of Sacred Stones and Julia and Seliph of Genealogy of the Holy War, I believe, were shown with artwork, not officially.
Mhm.
But so we know those are probably going to be the next banner, so that'll be interesting.
Mhm.
Weird that Sigurd didn't leak, but if they're going with Julia and Seliph and Erica and Ephraim, the banner might be Forbidden Love.
What do
is
you
the
mean?
theory.
What do you mean by banner? Just to clear that up, because I don't.
Oh, okay. So
I don't think
banner
that's
right
fully
now.
clear.
So when you start up the game, for example, there's one like picture which has like a Lynn, Takumi, Camilla, a few characters. So those characters, you have a higher chance of pulling them if you click that image banner, and you pull it from there. Versus other characters, like say Hector, he's not one of the ones shown there. You have a lower chance of getting him compared to those characters. So that what you want to do with gacha games is to wait until there's a banner with what you want, and then like unload everything onto there.
So it's like different pools that have different characters.
Yeah,
And then like there's that other banner where you could get like I think Lucina and Tiki and stuff. But if you go into the Lin banner, you're not gonna have a higher chance of that, and vice versa. So that's kind of like a 101 for gacha games.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that for people who don't play mobile games. That's good. No, we don't. Not everyone has a game.
And the best character's default, Matthew. So good. I don't have to pull too much for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see like how much content they produce, and with people who will keep playing the game. Guys, like a lot of people seem interested. I think a lot of people are just surprised. Maybe coming off Super Mario Run, that it's like, oh look, they put some real effort into this, and like
it's Dina. It's very similar to Record Keeper. Like even the UI, you can tell it's them.
I'm very curious because I don't think I've played a mobile game for longer than like 4 months. I played Sonic Runners for a while, like probably about 4 months. But then that ended. I tried to get SBO. I managed one vector and that didn't work. I played like Sonic the other Sonic running game where you go forward. Yeah, I think it's Sonic Dash. For like maybe 10 minutes total. I got SBO after playing an hour. Because they had an SBO event. They're like, play as much as you can for a weekend and you're guaranteed to get this. So I did that, but then I'm like, I don't really like this game. I played Pokemon Go for like a few weeks, and it was good. What other mobile games have come out? I played Line Play for a while. I played Disney Tsum Tsum.
I remember.
Yeah. But like I feel like with Fire Emblem Heroes, like as scary as it sounds from I guess Fire Emblem fans' perspectives, I feel like it has the potential to become my most played Fire Emblem because I only put in how many hours of Awakening does it take to get to the time skip?
I don't know.
3 or so?
Probably like 5.
Yeah, so
maybe.
like 6. Let's just say 6 hours or so because I'm not good at these games. With Heroes, I've probably already put in like 4 hours.
Oh, I didn't know you had Heroes.
I'm again not good at it, and I don't know who the characters are, which is really funny. So I ended up with like not a team, but this really.
You probably have like really good characters.
No, I don't. I have no 5 stars. Which
no, I mean like characters, like popular characters.
I have
like. Do you have Hector?
Maybe I have.
You have Hector. You automatically go.
I have Perry. Who's scary.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
She's
Nobody
scaring me.
Like everybody hates her.
And I had Perry teamed up with this like really obnoxious healer who's like self-obsessed.
Clarion? Was she blonde?
Pink hair, I think.
Sarah! I love Sarah!
And like, so I had like really sadistic killing girl, and then girl who didn't care about anyone from herself, where she's like, thank God for me when she heals you.
Yeah, that's
and it's
Sarah.
like, it was this really weird
I really want her.
But the one thing I did want to mention though is I think it's great because I don't have any of the 5 stars, but I did end up with Robin, and it really confused
Robin
me.
is 5-star.
No, Robin could be 3 to 5.
Really?
Yeah. So I have 4-star Robin, but it's amazing when you activate his Gachapon thing. I thought my game was breaking because a cutscene happened.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening? Who did I get? And like the eyes happen, and like since I got Robin, the main thing not driving me to play the game, but it's basically funny whenever I put him through a map. My entire experience is say the line, Bart. Say the line. Time to tip the scales. Good job, buddy. That's fun.
It's interesting because the older characters don't have like catchphrases really.
I better say I fight for my friends.
Yeah, you better say
I'm
that.
positive if Tip the Scales is in there, then Fight for Their Friends is probably going to be in there.
Oh, I forgot to mention, for pulling stuff, one thing that's a big problem with this that isn't a problem in other things, when you go to summon, you're presented with a ring which has different color orbs. And different characters are in different colors, so if the color you want is not there, for example, they could all be red if you're really unlucky and you wanted to pull a
I
blue.
have, like, no reds.
Yeah.
You can't
Really?
I have
exit.
no sword.
You have to pull, and so you waste 5 orbs, even if there's like a 0% chance of getting who you want. And I think that's something they really need to fix.
Yeah.
That and the fact that stamina is impossible to increase right now. Whereas in Record Keeper, as you go through story dungeons, it's possible to increase it slowly, but still. Whereas right now, if you go into late stuff, like late game stuff or like hard mode or lunatic, I've heard it's like 2 maps and your stamina's gone.
Yeah, it's
So,
hard and lunatic is like almost like 20 stamina.
It needs to
per
be
map.
possible to upgrade the maximum. And I think they'll learn that. They're learning. This is like their first experience. I think they're doing pretty good
it's
for the
growing
first
pains
week.
right now. Yeah.
We just got a boss map up, which is crazy hard. So they know how to do boss maps.
So yeah, so seems like lots of things to look forward to,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It'll tide me over until an actual Fire Emblem game
Yep,
is in
May.
Echoes.
I thought exactly.
Yeah, so we gotta keep working out the content for the daily updates is what keeps me going right now.
Yeah, I mean, not every game unfortunately gets all that content at once. Like Shantae.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get that DLC? I've been waiting. Jeff's probably been waiting way longer.
It's
than
not
I-
been that long. Wait, when did the game come out?
December?
Oh shit, maybe. Okay.
Late December. For me, I didn't get till January because the Wii U didn't appear in stores for some reason until January.
Oh right, the Wii U version was a little bit later, like a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a bit. Yeah.
Are we
a month and a half.
transitioning into Shantae at this point?
That
Yeah,
was
we
the
are gonna
idea.
discuss Shantae.
So Shantae was kickstarted. It looks like
2012.
1995.
October 2013.
So
That was close.
About 3 years.
3 years and
Over 3 years.
Which is kind of typical for a Kickstarter game. I think
Yeah.
Ukulele's kind of fast, to be
Yeah,
honest.
especially for a fully 3D.
I mean, didn't
Yeah.
Mighty Number 9 take a while?
My number 9 took like 3.5 years.
And I think
Yeah.
Indivisible's already been 2 years, and it's not even close.
To be fair, I like Jeff. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but for Playtonic games, they were like constantly hiring new staff to wait for it to hire additional people.
They might have, but they weren't very
Okay.
vocal about it. I know they hired externals for some of the animation.
Yeah, they went to a Japanese studio to do like the models, I believe.
Yeah, some of the character animation, so it was kind of an interesting process. We were all updated on the Kickstarter thing of every...
Just because
Change.
Playtonic had hired so many new people, so I'm like, okay, maybe that's why they're getting it done so fast because they have a lot of staff. And it all seemed like they had a lot of stuff ready to go when they did that Kickstarter. Like they knew exactly what they wanted, and so they
Yeah, it's good to have that upfront. That's why I really like Indivisible had like a whole demo, like a good 1 hour demo with like a secret boss and everything, like right off the bat.
I think Undertale's success also kind of was from that.
That was
They had
crowdfunded?
Yes, it was Kickstarter. It
Oh.
had the whole opening from the beginning tutorial as a
What
demo.
did they get for Kickstarter?
I don't know.
Huh.
So yeah, we're gonna do our Shantae Hack Genie Hero review, and because we like to be transparent, Jeff,
Yes.
saw your name in the credits,
That's nice. I couldn't find my name because the credits went too fast.
but you were a Kickstarter,
Yep.
and I mean, as an aside, I'll say your enjoyment of the franchise got Junaid here into Shantae.
I don't think so.
What? I thought
No.
Jeff's the one who got you into
No.
Shantae.
No,
Oh.
I'm like, shit, there's a game about a brown girl? Yeah, I'm gonna play that. And then, hey, this is an actual good game. And then I like blew
Okay.
through the series in like 2
Okay.
years.
I thought-
I haven't even played all of them.
Okay, well you got me into the franchise.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Man, that Game Boy Color game. I think that's still objectively the best, and the only reason it's not actually the best is because the technology holding it back.
Yeah, and those old game mechanics that we would never accept.
Especially
these days.
because it was
The-
released very close to
The
the Game
buttons
Boy
are the
Advance.
problem. You have 2 buttons. You have too many things. You have to use select to dance. Like,
So that game was released very close to the Game Boy Advance era. So it's
yeah, it
actually-
had the Game Boy Advance Tinkerbat
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
put it in there, yeah.
It was very impressive that it was able to do as well as it did, and I honestly I attribute it to Nintendo Power almost exclusively.
Oh, for sure. That's how
Um,
I heard about it back in the
If
day.
Nintendo Power had not existed and had not featured the game, I don't think we would have a Shantae sequel. I think
And they
it would
still
have
had
just
so
died
much
out.
trouble getting Risky's Revenge out,
Yeah.
and that's why it was so short.
Yeah. I actually discovered it because I was bored with my DS one day, and I was like, let's go through the eShop. Oh, what's this?
It's
what's
shorter
this
than the Game Boy Color
Yeah.
game. That's so bizarre.
But so Jeff, just out
Yes.
front. So in terms of playing the final product, if you want to give a few comments for our listeners, as someone who's kickstarted it, does that impact how you played the game and your sort of general thoughts of your final thoughts?
It definitely impacted my final thoughts. I don't think it impacted how I played the game specifically. Like just to start off with, how much did you all spend on this game?
30
35.
plus tax?
35. That sounds nice. I spent $120 on this game.
Oh.
So
okay.
So what
my
did you
perspective is a little probably a bit different. Like I know
Yeah,
because I know it's a Kickstarter game. I know I wasn't paying $120 for one game. I was paying $120 to support this company to make the game and to get bonuses. However, it's kind of hard to separate that when I'm playing through that like this cost me $120.
Yeah.
It's hard to divorce that completely.
120. What are you supposed to get besides the DLC?
So I get the DLC, I get a T-shirt, I get a collectible coin, I get a physical soundtrack. I don't know if I get a physical art book.
I hope so.
There's an art book?
You better get an art book.
There's at least a
I'd
digital
love to
art
see a
book.
Shantae art book.
Yeah, so I liked the game. I think so I was thinking about maybe getting into this later, but I think it's nice to say now. But so this is a 2D sort of retro air quotes side-scrolling revival game. There are sort of 3 very high profile, like I'm not counting the Castlevania sequel, but because I'd count Metroidvania as a separate genre. There are 3 sort of high profile games sort of in this realm: Shovel Knight, Shantae, and Mighty Number 9. Shantae is definitely in the middle, but that's only because I kickstarted Shovel Knight at sort of the minimum tier. Like, I just want the digital game. I just want it for the 3DS, so when I'm in Japan I can play a fun, American or made side-scroller. Shantae went all in. Mighty Number 9 I also did minimal, but Mighty Number 9 was so bad that I got the code and I was afraid to download it because there was apparently risks that it was bricking Wii U's, which had already recently happened to me. So actually playing the game I kickstarted for Mighty Number 9 might have costed me $200 in damages. Probably $120, ironically. Or I could not play it, and I just lost $20.
Yeah.
So really, not playing this game was the best solution for me. Shovel Knight was probably the best surprise. Like, I felt like I got a lot of content and experience.
Yeah, all that's free. That's insane.
For what I backed for it. Versus Shantae, I play through the game. Okay, where's my Kickstarter? Where's my risky mode? Where's my Tinkerbat? Where's my everything?
Oh, Tinkerbat's not even in it?
No,
nothing's in it yet.
Is there, and it's. We'll get probably to sort of final thoughts, so I'll save that a little bit. But yeah, it felt weird not having the stuff that I paid for, even though I know it's a process. Versus Shovel Knight, it felt like, I got a lot of content right off the bat, and I got 2 bonus games, and I'm not sure that Shantae is going to be able to reach that level with their risky and, what's his face?
Bolo?
Yeah.
Bolo.
Like, I'm not sure they're going
And
to
Sky and Roddy Tops. They're getting episodes.
Okay, so I'm concerned because with Shovel Knight it's probably easier to program and easier to make content.
You also have to remember the Shovel Knight team, I don't think made anything after Shovel Knight.
No, they haven't.
Whereas WayForward works on other games at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they're a development company that do other games.
Yeah.
Now, maybe just as a point of reference, I don't never played Shovel Knight, but that was their first game, right? That company was Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was that's
As a
also
company.
yeah. So
It's
that's
still their only game.
yeah. Well, I mean by that is with Ifune with okay, he made Mega Man games, so he had this long history of games. Shantae WayForward, okay, this is now the 4th Shantae game.
Yeah.
Whereas Shovel Knight was a brand new property, so when you bought it, I'm assuming people you have nothing to compare it to because you've never made anything before. Whereas, these other 2 games, you're always going to think of, oh, this is not as good as the other ones, or I paid a lot of money for this, and I could have bought Pirate's Curse for $10 on the eShop, and
Shovel Knight was truly the Kung Fu Panda of video games.
Something you didn't think was going to be good, but it was.
Actually, no, that's not fair, yeah, because I thought Shovel Knight was going to be good before I kickstarted it.
Yeah,
so
I would hope so. You get the money.
Kung Fu Panda.
But, yeah, I mean, certainly it's interesting, and, I mean, some of this we'll get into our review, because even I didn't kickstart it. I probably would have.
I definitely would have.
I think I was a month.
I would have too if I known about it.
Because I remember when you told me when I downloaded the GB
Game of Color, yeah.
Yeah, Game of Color game. I think it was a month after the Kickstarter.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me, hey, I should try out this series. Hey, it's actually good.
I was like, oh no, it's probably going to be really expensive at launch. And
it wasn't that bad.
Well,
clearly we saved money compared
to Jeff.
So let's get into the story and characters first. So this, I guess, is kind of typical Shantae. Shantae has to save her world, risky attacks, risky...
It's kind of actually a different story, I'd say, because usually there is like a, hey, we have to stop a main villain, but in this it's, hey, help Uncle Rusty make this invention. Oh shit, this bad guy's stirring up trouble, go stop him. Come back. Oh no, this next bad guy.
See,
it's kind of like the bad guys are just distracting her, that's not the goal. So it's kind of funny, it's very in line with their type of humor, but that's actually not their typical storyline, because their typical storyline usually is, here's a main bad guy we try to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that the writing was good. Like, it was funny, and, like, the writing is definitely, as usual, like, top-notch, entertaining. But the story was lacking, and I feel like this is all because of the Kickstarter. And I just felt like I wanted, like, an overarching story. I think this Pirates Course did have a bit more meat to it. I was like, okay, this is the fourth game. And I was like, time to, add something new. And it was kind of a shame to feel like this felt like whatever got funded with the Kickstarter, we're just going to put these together as somehow and weave one piece of strength and lead through them. Yeah. And I remember the worst one was the fourth chapter, which felt like that was made in 5 minutes.
Which one was that?
The one with the face Hypno Baron. It was really
short.
Yeah.
Chapter,
yeah, it felt like a
But I love that boss battle so much. Squid and Hypno Baron.
Oh, it was a great boss battle. It just felt like
the levels.
Man, Squid Baron got upgraded to a real boss. I'm so happy.
It just felt like this was clearly the last minute. Oh, this wasn't in the Kickstarter, so here we'll just have a half stage. I just think they missed an opportunity here. I think, why couldn't we have a bit more story? Like, it just felt like why... I think it's all because of Kickstarter. They worked within those bounds, and that was it.
But also keep... Yeah, that's the problem. But also keep in mind that Kickstarter is sort of the reason why it was made at all.
True.
Because I'm sure, as Junaid was saying, there are other projects that they have to work on, mostly like, licensed properties, which probably, sadly, pay more than doing their own Shantae games. Like, I'm not positive, but I feel like maybe not Shantae specifically, or not, what was I going to say? Like, DuckTales is what I'm thinking about, where, I'm not sure if that game specifically made more than Shantae games did, but it probably did. Even though I don't think it did super well.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I guess the DLC, which is supposed to come out, may address some of these issues. They may add some more content and may try to expand upon other characters, especially because they'll have their own...
They clearly are. That's why we're getting character-focused campaigns. It's just to see, A, how much it'll be for us non-backers, and B, how much content it'll be. Will it be like Shovel Knight, where it's like the entire game's length of content? Or will it be like one level each?
Well, I remember the Kickstarter campaign said it's supposed to be you can play the whole campaign again as these characters.
But is it the same levels? And it's just different moveset?
I think so.
So would it be like playing Knuckles and Sonic and 3 and you get different paths?
That's the expectation that I'm getting from it.
Because Shovel Knight is new levels, isn't it? Like the levels are redesigned for Plague Knight, for example.
So Plague Knight isn't as dramatic. It is redesigned, but the Spectre Knight that's coming out, from all the reviews and things that have come out already, they're completely redone.
Wow.
So with Spectre Knight, it was with Plague Knight, it was more we're going to shift things up. It's going to be a new sort of hub world. The same levels, but new rooms.
Oh, okay.
Versus Spectre Knight, there's grind rails. There's like the colors have changed. There's the background art.
Yeah, he can fly. They kind of need to.
Yeah, you can set up like Bang Shishigami from BlazBlue. You can set up like points in the stage which will help you fly. So you can't just infinitely fly. It's sort of super jump thing. So they're putting a lot more effort into Spectre.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen what the playstyle will be like for these other characters. Like I'm sure Sky will have some kind of flight capabilities.
Yeah.
Risky's probably just going to be the pirate's curse gear. I have no idea what they'll do with Roddy Tops or Bolo.
Rolly Tops was to dismember enemies, and I don't know how.
Oh, and like use them as like weapons.
Dismember herself probably.
Oh, that'd be great. She just throws her arm.
Like, I wouldn't be. I think the only one will be Risky. May get different bosses. I'm hoping.
Yeah, she has to.
They'll fight Shantae. Let's go.
Yeah, Shantae must be the final boss, and you have to.
Oh, that'll be so cool.
I'm assuming because it's supposed to be like her campaign. Supposed to be her.
Yeah, so it'll be the Risky's revenge final boss. But yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's that. But I still, I don't know, I wanted a bit more. I mean, I like this series, and even though I would say they have kind of simple stories, I just thought, fourth game in the franchise, it would have been nice to see them address.
They changed a lot in this game. Not necessarily for the better in some cases, but in some cases for the better.
So you want to talk about gameplay?
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about gameplay then.
Okay. I love that there's so many transformations. It's absurd.
Including Blobfish and Tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the weird ones you can buy from like the snake oil woman.
Jar.
But like even
Yeah,
there's,
sure.
but like there's the ones you can buy, there's the ones you need to progress, and there's like optional ones you can just find.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. Like they really leaned into that. I think because a lot of us were really disappointed there was no transformations in Pirate's Curse, which I would say would be like its only main weakness, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great we had that, and we had all the different movement options and things like that. But compared to like other Shantaes, you don't, I guess, get as many upgrades. Like the monkey in the Game Boy Color could get an attack, and this you can't attack with him. You just
Unless
get the
you go
monkey
off the
bullet.
wall.
Let's go off the wall.
Does that damage enemies?
Yes,
it does.
Okay, but in the Game Boy Color one, he had like a karate chop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was good because then you'd always play as the monkey because you have better jump and speed and you just dodge everything. But I thought it was really good. Nice to see some really like new kind of transformations. Like what I guess the mouse going into the maze was really bizarre.
Yeah.
That made there was some annoying.
Yeah,
stuff.
But you
There's some
got an
annoying
attack
parts,
for the mouse.
Yeah,
But
you
when
couldn't-
do you use that?
you couldn't attack the
Yeah,
caterpillars.
it was. Yeah, exactly. That was weird.
I
Like,
wasn't sure what the point of that was, or if
Yeah.
it's a glitch.
Yeah, I don't know. What's going on.
I just went through the caterpillars. I had enough life that I
Yeah.
yeah,
survived.
I just went through it. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Like, I don't care enough.
Which
to...
I think is a gameplay flaw, if we're being honest. Like the fact that we just self-damaged instead of doing what we're
Yeah.
maybe supposed to do.
And
I kind of did that in the Ammo Baron fight. I kind of just like didn't bother healing because I had so much health, so I just hit him repeatedly.
Oh, did you guys get the defense upgrade in the shop?
The half damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't buy that because I thought that was
cool.
I thought that was like making it easy.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, I had so much trouble with the last few bosses because the damage I was
yeah,
taking was
yeah.
absurd.
Yeah, the Ammo Baron fight was
So-
probably really hard for you.
Yeah, well, for me, it was the final boss. Because
Oh, yeah.
every
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
you got
view
wrecked.
changed and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
you
And
got
there was like the
destroyed.
projectiles you couldn't really see.
Yeah.
I do want to point out one thing I love is that the final boss sequence, a lot of it is a direct reference to the Game Boy Color game. You start off with a mermaid shoot 'em up horizontal scrolling level, just
Yeah, I
like
love that part.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cool. And you get like other sea creatures and stuff to like join you.
Yeah.
And
that,
then you
that was fun. And then like there's little character touches like with the starfish, coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
they
there
join
was
you, it's
like-
then you
Yeah.
get a 1v1 with Risky, just like the first game, and that still remains my favorite like final boss. That 1v1 with Risky in the original, but I guess in this too. But the original you had fighter moves and stuff, so it was a lot more fun. But then I didn't like the rest of the boss sequence because it changed, and I guess the defense upgrade was something I was supposed to get, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You probably
that
got
made a
destroyed
big
the final
difference.
boss, yeah.
I have one really, really, really big issue with the gameplay that somehow never came up when this was talked about earlier. There's no dungeons in this game.
That is
Like,
true.
all the old Shantae games are about dungeons. It's not like scrolling or even overworld going back and forth. It's
Yeah.
you drop into a pit, there's locked doors, there's rooms, there's puzzles, you gotta get keys, you gotta go around, you get something in the middle that you use to move around. That's completely gone in this
There's
game.
still keys in the art gallery.
Yeah, but like the strength I thought of the old Shantae games was the dungeons. That's why I think Risky's Revenge was a bit weaker because it only had the two. And the fact that they've removed them entirely like pissed me off to no end.
It's because I feel like this isn't like a true like the other ones were like Metroidvania like this one's more like just a level going
And that's
level to
terrible.
level. Yeah.
Like the transitions between level like segments don't even like make sense sometimes. It's so clearly it's so much more of like a reference to Mario than it is a reference to Metroid. And it changed the gameplay too much, and that's so frustrating to me.
I mean, I'll just say, I like the game. Like, it was pretty fun. Now, the thing is, on the one hand, when I think the Old games, they were kind of like, you own a level, you're going to do some NPC quests, eventually get into the dungeon, you beat the dungeon, beat the boss, next area you repeat. And you could say that this one was the same, was each area was like kind of big overworld, there was some kind of castle or something you had to go into, then there was some kind of annoying puzzle that you have to keep dying or repeat over again and again.
Oh my god.
And a boss. And like the first three was
What
like
were the
that.
puzzles in this game?
The elephant charging.
The
into
elephant charging the thing.
the
Or
sides of the wall.
climbing up that tower.
Like
little
the
tower.
race.
Those aren't puzzles.
No, like those timed, like you need to finish this a certain amount of time, or like repeating it over and over
But
again.
it's not like in the old Shantae, like you'd go into a room, you'd see a pattern,
No,
then you have to go to another room and remake the
I
pattern, like
agree.
actual puzzles.
I'm just saying that's how they did it with this game, and each one had that
There
same
was
thing.
a few of those. There was a mouse and elephant one where you had to go through the mouse into like a room, and then there were blocks, and then you had to move the blocks with the elephant in a certain way in order to I guess, complete the...
Was that like a required thing or an optional
No,
thing?
I think this was
There's
required.
a couple of required like puzzles. They're really small, but they were there.
Yeah.
I guess I don't recall them that much.
There's
But
the
they
one
weren't
you
in
get-
dungeons.
Yeah, you gotta get the data chip from like the Mermaid Falls one.
yeah.
You gotta keep transforming.
You guys all got the
things.
good ending, I guess?
Yeah, I got good.
Yeah, you had to
Yeah.
put...
Yeah.
I didn't really like that was something like you had to do, like get all the underwater souls and stuff. I thought that would have been nice. It's just like a little... I guess it is kind of optional.
Yeah,
It is
it's optional to do the good ending. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it extends the game by an hour or so.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you mean. Like, I personally like the dungeons myself.
Those are the best parts of Shantae.
And putting the transformations in there because you got like a Zelda, you use transformation to change the dungeon, and some of the and in this one they did differently because again they had I guess more power on a console. We can make these giant these giant kind of overworld type levels.
But they were smaller than the goddamn Game Boy Color overworld.
Sorry, I don't mean overworld, but like for example, the mermaid area. That was a pretty big area. That giant, with all the
Like the shoot 'em up
platforms.
level?
No, the mermaid area.
Oh, the actual Mermaid Falls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was a pretty big level.
Like they weren't
I
tiny.
guess.
It's not.
Yeah, once you get back with like the harpy and stuff, you can then tell it's actually
I
pretty big.
love how
Yeah.
rigged the harpy is. It's
yeah,
so
the
fun.
harpy is so broken.
It's supposed to be rigged because you
Yeah.
can't really fight with the harpy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get the optional upgrade, but you're not supposed to be able to fight with the harpy. Except that one boss in the Game Boy Color one, where they don't explain the mechanic except during that boss, and it doesn't come up again after.
So, yeah, I mean, I like the gameplay in general. I mean,
what we had was good. It's just what I like about Shantae was missing, and that's the dungeons.
The only other thing I noticed was I think it's because of the item system, and again, getting that jar being the game was they should not have let you get the jar so early. But I just felt it was
What
really.
did the jar do? I didn't bother with that.
you can. So you stick the jar in the healing hot tub pool thing. I can't remember, and you just press A constantly to rake money in.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
I didn't know that.
I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
Yeah, you just sit there in the middle because the jar.
So you can really break this game.
You
and
can break the game. Which,
That's amazing.
I
I like somehow accidentally didn't break this game.
I didn't want to like spend like all the time breaking up money because I wanted to get all the items. I'm like, so I sat there, press A, and the money, and you get the spell that makes money go to you automatically.
yeah.
Just go A, and I'm just like building it up, and then once you get all the spells.
I never really had trouble getting money normally.
There's
though.
no way.
Oh no, something's usually not that bad.
I ended
But
up
money
playing
is
the
easy.
first level like 3 times because I didn't figure out how to do it, so I had enough money at the beginning of the game too.
Oh, I didn't go into any upgrades to Mermaid Falls, and I got wrecked. I had a Giga Mermaid.
it just seemed really easy, except for the final boss where I'm like, actually these health items the first time. I was like that. I'm like, just
the final boss is hard.
felt like a tad too easy.
I wonder how that would have been with the defense upgrade.
Probably a lot easier. You probably wouldn't have died. Did you die?
I died like 10 times, and you have to redo the
Wow.
entire fight starting from Risky.
Oh, wow.
jeez.
So I memorized the first 2 phases. I could do them together in like 2 minutes.
Like good old gaming.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, I do like that the items run on the magic meter from Risky's Revenge. I really don't like them being per use, like in the original and Pirate's Curse.
yeah.
So good for them to bring that back.
But then once you get the magic meter upgrade, it doesn't even
Yeah.
You can upgrade the magic meter.
or like make items half the
Half
half
use.
the amount.
Yeah.
Of
Half
You
the
guys are.
magic.
Isn't there like unlimited magic too if you do all the art keys or something?
Yes, you have to break the crown. That basically
Damn.
means you win the game automatically.
I really played this game different.
Wait, break the crown? What do you mean?
Like if you get all the art gallery keys,
Yeah.
you get the crown, and the crown basically has like unlimited.
Oh, yeah,
magic.
no,
Oh
that's
my
what
god,
I
it's
did.
even
That's
more
what
broke.
game breaking.
Yeah.
So basically, you just have the invincibility bubble up the whole time.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
bullshit.
Oh, I didn't do that. So I did get the unlimited magic, but I just like used it for like extra fireballs.
Fireball.
Yeah, I didn't even like realize like I could have actually used this to just
Use it-
No, it's all about the
automatically
pike
win.
ball. Pike ball was the best.
Yep. Pipe
Yeah.
ball.
That's how I beat the ammo baron.
The Centaur, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he destroyed me with my no
I don't
defense.
think I ever used that one.
Oh, it's really good.
It's
It
really
just
good.
rotates around you and does
Oh,
damage.
cool.
Go up next to the boss.
How long does it
Stand next
last?
to the boss and just
And it just drains your magic as you use it. So until your magic runs out.
Wow, that would have also made things easy.
Mm.
Oh,
Interesting. Like I did all the things that should have made this game even more easy for me, but I like didn't utilize them exactly. So I
Mm.
still had a moderately challenging time.
It's like kind of the more items you get in this game, just the more broken you can exploit it.
It really bothers me that the fighting moves have not returned from the Game Boy Color title, and I have no idea why. It's only the backdash.
Yeah.
Like, we had a game with 2 buttons, and you could do, like, goddamn flip kick, you could do a dive kick, you could do a charge, you could do, like, a follow-up to the charge, but you can't figure that out in, like, a Wii U game with, like, so many buttons.
Like 16 or something.
Yeah.
That's why I feel
Like,
most-
we had to hit, like, up and B to use an item back in the day. Like, that's how many, like, not enough buttons we had.
That's why I feel like most of my gameplay was just having pike ball on constantly and just waving the hair. I'm like, that's it. That's all I have to do. I don't actually have to like think about enemies or anything.
Oh, I don't like that the dance system is not the original, which is like you'd actually have to put in inputs of directions to do different dances. That was so cool.
Oh, Jay, people don't page for that anymore, unfortunately.
No, that's so much more fun.
I know it is, but just like...
And then and she does the different moves and everything.
It's like in the Ocarina of Time to memorize the songs. Like, no one wants or Wind Waker. I don't think gamers have patience anymore for that kind of thing.
Well, no, you could just bring it up on your inventory screen. You could do that in Shantae too.
One other thing just about gameplay was there was no overworld in this game.
Yeah, but that's the same in Pirate's Curse.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love Pirate's Curse, so...
Yeah, I like Pirate's Curse too. But we can say, in terms of being on now, main console for the first time, that it's the prettiest looking one.
Yeah.
The graphics...
Nice,
it's a very different style, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other arts worked quite well for the tone of the game and the characters.
Like as far as the like sort of overall presentation thing, I think the like the first run through of the Mermaid's Falls like really shows that where all the mermaids are being like canned.
Oh, that's really cool.
Amazing
back,
animation, amazing background detail, like great expressions.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of like
you see Bolo in there too if you pay attention.
Like a Super Nintendo type of thing, but like if Super Nintendo game was made like right now, so like fully not 3D, but like fully fleshed out like animation. Like great expression, sort of neat things happening in the background all the time. Like the presentation was for the most part great. You got a little bit of like using weird rotation-y stuff, like with the Ultra Mermaid thing. Like the most of her animation was great, but then sometimes you'd see a thing like, oh, you're just rotating sprite stuff.
Oh, Giga Mermaid, yeah.
Yeah, but that was very rare compared to a lot of similar sort of 2D cel shady type games. So it was still pretty good.
Oh, I forgot. There's one thing I forgot to mention about the bosses. Unlike every other Shantae game, these bosses don't have a specific weakness to like a transformation, like a Zelda boss. Mm-hmm. They were just tough enemies.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't say is better or worse, but it was notably different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it did make use of like the 3D, like the worm boss you that go around and
the Wilbur.
Oh yeah,
Wilbur.
The worm.
The worm. Yeah, because you have to knock the cannonballs into the cannon and then shoot them.
Oh, the first boss.
No, that's the third boss.
Yeah.
The worm. We faced the worm. Because you had to hit them with the cannonball.
Oh, I don't recall this boss.
So the new Genie, she had like that worm as her pet or friend.
Oh, and you're going around and it's in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
But like you didn't use like a transformation or something.
No, I think the use of the 3D there.
Yeah. But like in the Game Boy Color one, you always had to use a transformation to win. Or in Pirate's Curse, you always had to use a particular gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the 3D thing though is kind of good to note because even though it's only used really in two bosses, right? Like the worm, the final, and what else?
I'm not trying to think of anything else. No, that might have been it.
I think it's just the twice.
Yeah.
But I think it was interesting that like with the final boss, I don't want to say they were intentionally like pulling an Undertale, but there did seem to be little sort of echoes of it in the sense that the last boss seemed to be it was unlike what had come before. It's not like where, I don't want to completely spoil Undertale here, but like where, something completely surprising
Yoshi's
happens.
Island is a...
Yeah,
you can
Yoshi's
use that,
Island is a good sort of thing to explain where all of a sudden, like, it's
the tone shifts?
the tone shifts. Even
throwing into the background.
Yeah,
it's the same. You're throwing into the background in this too.
And even the genre in this case kind of shifts, because they're using gears, but really they make a giant computer robot out of gears. So it's an interesting sort of we have a very fantasy, medieval type of world with only kind of very light steampunk. And they kind of go all out with the steampunk to the point of it's a steampunk robot. Mm-hmm. It's called the Tinker Brain. It is kind of this brainiac, tentacly brain thing with really cool 3D effects. Because all the game had been 2D animation, it was kind of neat to have an expressive, evil 2D brain boss thing.
Yes, so certainly I think they put the Kickstarter money, I guess, towards the art budget. I think out of all the years, I think you kind of see that paid off. It looks great, and
the sound quality was pretty good too.
The soundtrack was amazing in this game.
But Dance to the Danger does not loop properly.
Yeah, it does not.
It's
Like, that was-
very clear.
It was a great
Yeah.
song, and it was a great introduction. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
quite like, Sonic Adventure 2, like, Escape from the City,
Oh,
but
of course not.
I was still surprised to hear an opening vocal track.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that isn't used a lot. I think it's used in Wario Land 3 or 4.
What? A Wario game was a vocal track?
Yes. And that was... It's never been used, I think. It's very uncommon to have a vocal track for a 2D side-scroller. So it was a very great way to get pumped up and, like,
Yeah.
sort of, start
It's
the
the
game.
intro for the game, yeah.
Is the singer Christina V as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, her, voice is kind of recognizable if you watch a lot of
If it's not
anime
her,
and
it's Laura
things.
Bailey. There's
Yeah.
only the two.
But it was still, like, a very fun music weight intro thing. The soundtrack is very interesting because there is kind of that Middle Eastern flair to the music.
Oh,
but
for
it's-
Scuttletown, for sure. It's
but
the
it's-
same Scuttletown theme. It just keeps
Yeah.
getting a little upgraded
But
each
it
game.
also has very kind of like techno, like very futuristic synth work in a lot of the songs used. Like, it's not fully like, synth pop or anything, but a lot of the instruments they're choosing are very futuristic, which is a very interesting contrast to the very sort of mythical, game world that they use.
Yeah, I mean the soundtrack was quite good, which made backtracking more bearable in this game.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of backtracking.
I mean, at least you have the warp, so.
But that's normal for Shantae.
Yeah.
But at least, I mean, see, that's the thing about this game, because there's no overworld.
Oh, warping was so generous.
Yeah.
So
the,
generous.
the only thing you couldn't warp past was if you're the last part of the level, you still have to beat that part of the level.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you have to go to
that's
you have to go
true.
to Hypno Baron's castle. That last part you have to fly basically all the way
Really?
to the end. Yeah, you have to beat
I
the
think
whole part.
my other version of warping was just using the heartbeat.
yeah,
just
that's
flying.
basically what it was.
Yeah.
Just fly to the end.
Just in regards to sound, I really wish they would have decided to hire a second voice actor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and Risky deserves voiced lines.
She does
She's
have
good
voice
at
like
voice.
more
She's-
voice
She's just
lines.
also Christina V.
I think Christina. I think look at the credits.
No,
only
the
person
credits
Christina
voice
V.
is provided by Christina V, and it's like, okay, I guess maybe there's a union thing that you have to worry about, but one of your staff voice, Bola, I think is his name, right?
Bolo.
Oh, Bolo, or Roddy Tops, or something
I
like.
don't think Bola's voice in this game.
No, only Shantae and Risky are voiced. Like, is it really going to be that much of a union problem if one of your staff voices, like, one of the other characters? Like, even just for sound effects, I don't need, like, fully voiced dialogue. But I think that was another area where it was very clear they ran out of Kickstarter money. Because there'll be, like, some sentence where, like, Shantae will be like, Risky Boots, you're not going to be stopped, or you're going to be stopped this time, I'll show you. And then it's, like, 5 lines of just text dialogue.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was littered throughout the game where there'd be like, Risky Boots, and then nothing else. Or like Risky Boots just going, ha ha ha, and then no actual dialogue. And it's like, okay, I understand and it's great that you want to pay voice actors the wage that they deserve, but also maybe hire someone cheaper to get all the money's worth.
Well,
like,
wasn't that one of the
yeah, that was
goals?
one of the goals that wasn't reached, was
Yeah.
having it being fully voice acted. I don't want to say that would have saved the game, because I don't necessarily think the game needs saving, but it would have made a more complete experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But most Shantae games have never been fully voiced.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
It's always the same thing.
Pirate's
Ammo
Curse.
Baron, and then that's basically
Yeah.
just
Squid Baron.
text.
Yeah.
But I
I
guess,
would have loved the Roddy Tops to have voice though, because she seems really popular, like within the fan base.
Yeah.
a lot of fan heard for her
It's
in our
Squid
gallery.
Baron. Squid Baron's just like, let's make a sequel with me.
That was pretty funny. He had some of the
Yeah.
best lines. I mean, again, not really related to sound, but again, I do appreciate the writing in this game a lot.
So Squid Baron's my favorite character in that series.
Yeah, Squid Baron's fun.
He better get into Splatoon. That'd be great.
Smash Brothers.
No, okay, sure. I was saying Splatoon.
So surprised that Blooper's not in Splatoon.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
Maybe it'll be a skin.
But then I remember them saying they didn't want.
But now Splatoon is in Mario Kart with the blooper. You can use the blooper.
Oh yeah, that's a
That's
fun
sweet.
webcomic.
Oh.
There's a webcomic of the Inkling driving in a Mario Kart thing, goes through the item box, gets blooper, and then just like it stares at it, and then like the last panel is just Inkling in a bed, like staring blankly into the sky.
So I think that's a good lead into final thoughts.
Yep.
Oh, Uncharted, yes.
Yeah. I just want to again say again before Shantae, I've never Kickstarter. Well, I never Kickstarted Shantae, but Yooka-Laylee, which one day we'll get to, I did Kickstarter. But my expectation of this, because it's Kickstarter, I kind of thought this was the biggest Shantae game. That I just was expecting a lot more in terms of length and content. And I don't know, again, maybe I'm kind of naive or just don't have enough knowledge of Kickstarter games. But I was really expecting more, just to have basically the regular length of the other games. It took me about the same amount of time.
At least double.
And, shorter than Pirate's Curse. We only had, this game only said 4 dungeons or 4 areas. I was kind of disappointed by that, like the length and the meat. Now, to be fair, again, DLC hasn't come out yet. That may add a lot more. But I just thought kind of like, because it took so much time to do this game, that I thought, okay, there'll be 1 or 2 more things. I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm like, oh, game over. I'm like, okay. So that was kind of a bit disappointing for me. And, and the other thing is, I did buy the physical copy because I'm like, nice to
It's nice to finally have a Shantae physical copy that's not like a $90 version of the Game Boy cart.
Yeah, so that's nice. But also part of me thinks, I could have waited a year. I bet it would have been $10 on the eShop. Like all the other Shantae games.
It's nice to have the copy.
It's nice to have a physical
copy. And we get the soundtrack.
Physically get the soundtrack, which for me
is really good.
It's just so worth it.
I have a clean version of Dance Through the Danger now.
Yeah.
Junaid, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. So I do consider myself kind of a big fan of the Shantae series. Like I went through all of them before this, so I did. Like they kept being like, "Hey, first full HD Shantae, like gonna be big." So like Mike, I kind of had the issue. Like I kind of expected it to be longer than the older games, and the fact that it's kind of the same is disappointing. I don't really like the genre shift. The fact that it's so much more side scroller, and again, no dungeons. Just it's so frustrating. Mm-hmm. But a lot of other things they did pretty good. Like I appreciate it as a whole. I had a lot of fun with it. Gave me a good week. I tried to pace myself, but it still only came out to about a week.
Yeah, you can't really pace Shantae games.
Yeah, but it's good. Like they're learning some mechanics that work well. They know we like transformations. We got that. They know that the item system works better on the magic meter. We got that. Really curious to see how the DLC will come out, even though it'll cost me a lot of money. I'm definitely going to check out at least Roddy Tops, I would say. And I'm curious about whatever Bolos will be. Overall, I think it was a solid game, but hopefully in the future they don't have to kickstart a Shantae game. Maybe that'll help somehow. Like, all they really needed to do was take Pirate's Curse, change like the item mechanics to the magic meter, and change Pirate Gear transformations, and that I think would be good. But yeah, I guess the main thing I hope for right now is if they can remake the original Shantae, but in this style.
That'd be interesting.
Like keep all the mechanics, but just this style, I think that'd be best. But I had a lot of fun with it. I'm definitely not disappointed I bought it or anything. And to the earlier remark, I did actually have more fun with it than Shovel Knight. But maybe that's because I'm more invested in this series. Mm-hmm. And I got into Shovel Knight when everybody said it's the best game ever. So my views went down, but also I didn't pay $120 for this.
That's a good point, Dan. Nathan?
Since I only paid $35 for this game, I thought this was a very nice experience for that price. And of course I get the soundtrack now, which I can listen to whenever I want. That's amazing. I'm kind of hoping this series gets a little more popular now. Now it's not pixel art, which people really don't like. If it's too pixel, if anything looks like pixels. So hopefully with HD experience, more people buy into it, and then we won't have to kickstart it anymore. If we can actually get Shantae games a little more often now instead of just like
every 5 years.
Every 5 years, that'd be great. I think that's about all I've really got for this.
Okay, Jeff.
I wouldn't expect more than every 5 years because I think that the DLC is going to be out for the next year and a half at least, and then they're going to probably make more licensed games. I would say 4 to 5 years is probably exactly when we'll see the next Shantae game, unless it's something like a remake of the first one.
Which I love that so much.
It would probably, they could just build off of the assets that they made for this one, and that would be an easier process. But I don't see another from the ground up one for a while. Especially because they'd have to, especially if they didn't do a Kickstarter, they'd have to worry about publishing and all that again. Because keep in mind, the first one was published by Capcom, so they have historically had a little bit of a publishing problem. That's why it has been.
Risky's Revenge. They're trying to do Shantae 2.
Yeah, that's why it has gone to online distribution. As I mentioned, I paid $120 to support them. I don't consider it an $120 game. That would be a weird experience. But I do feel a little bit underwhelmed, and that's also not only the fault of Shantae itself, because the presentation was amazing. It's probably, as far as the presentation goes, one of the best 2D side-scrollers out there. It's probably honestly up there with Wario Land Shake It, which I never played, but I just super appreciate the sort of level of, animation and effort that goes into that. It's probably honestly second below that. I mean, I haven't played a ton of them, but, it was very impressive there. But with everything else, like the length of the game is shorter than I would have liked, and shorter than I honestly felt it would be based off of the Kickstarter updates. They were working on it for a very long time. The way they described it, it seemed like it would be the biggest Shantae game ever, but I think what they meant with that was the presentation value, in which case, yes, it is the biggest, most spectacular Shantae game, just not the longest in sort of runtime or playtime. I think it's very clear that they wanted to do more than they were able to. From the voice acting that they did, which seems great, but it's like, they felt like there should be more. Yeah. From some of the level designs, it felt like they had some very strong levels, and others that felt like,
the castle.
We ran out of money.
Yeah.
And even the amount of levels, it felt like, 2 other levels the size of Mermaid Falls, felt like okay, this is a finished game. But as it stands, for a lot of reasons, it seems like a fantastic game that's unfinished, which is very weird. I still very much enjoyed it. I'm happy I kickstarted it because I do value the property, I value the company, but it's a very sort of weird, aftertaste with me, especially because, and this is a big one, I kickstarted it for the Wii U. There's a very real possibility that I won't feel the incentive to play the DLC that I paid for, because I will have a Switch hooked up at this point, and hooking up a second console to a TV does take physical effort, and I'm not sure that I will be exerting that depending on the content. I think it comes down to, is the DLC Plague Knight or is it Spectre Knight? If it's Spectre Knight, I'm going to hook up the Wii U again. If it's Plague Knight, I might reconsider. So it all kind of comes down to that.
I mean, it is free for you, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you don't... for us, it's like, we have to pay for it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, we'll probably have to watch a trailer and be like, okay, is this worth it?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Jeff, is it good?
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Oh,
you can just borrow my Wii U and play the DLC with my file if you really want to.
Mm-hmm. So that's our thoughts on Shantae Half Genie Hero. You won't hear about this franchise for another 5 years.
But do go out and buy it if you can. Just support the franchise. It is really fun.
Yeah.
It's a good franchise that no one knows about.
It's a great platformer.
Yeah. It's gotten a lot more popular, but...
I should also note that I will not get an art book with the amount I paid. That was the $200 US tier.
Ouch.
Wow.
With the...
You didn't pay $120 US, did you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It wasn't quite as bad in 2013.
Yeah, but...
So keep in mind, it only ended up costing...
Value.
Yeah, like it only...
$1.
So I will be getting, as far as physical things, the CD, which is sort of standard, I believe.
Yeah.
We have the CD.
Yeah, we get the CD.
Metal collector's coin.
What is that? What is that supposed to be based off? What coin is that?
Does it have Shantae's face on it, I guess?
It's a coin. It's probably worth nothing. So it's 110 US, but I had to pay for shipping because I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
So, oh well. So the 150 tier, I would have gotten a motion poster, and 200, which was had the art book.
That's crazy. They have to pay $200 for an art book.
And in order to get the art in the game, it was $350.
And it's a 6-hour game. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, like, side scrollers are not that long.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it took me a year to beat Donkey Kong Country 2, but that's because I sucked at it.
I'm not going to complain that I bought the physical copy because it's still a very good game. Like, I don't, even though it's short to me and there's some areas lacking, I enjoyed it enough that, compared to other games where I've spent $70 or $80 and been very disappointed, this game, I'm not upset at myself buying it.
This was a $35 game that was very worth it to me. So, yeah. Worth more than $35 to me.
Mm-hmm. But not every Kickstarter game is, which is why on our show this week, we're going to talk about Kickstarter games. And there have been a lot of complaints recently about game developers and Kickstarter. Mighty number 9, not living up to expectations.
That's an understatement.
Yep, Shantae Half Genie Hero taking forever. And Yooka-Laylee no longer being developed for the Wii U. Look out, Bloodstained. You're probably next to get bumped.
I think there already has been.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty much.
That is...
Igarashi does not express, like...
This Castlevania style game?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know if I'm going to make it for the Wii U anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was coming. And these are all legitimate complaints, and some of them we deal with regularly in the AAA industry, but there is one difference. Backers of Kickstarter games are essentially investors, while players picking up games at their local store are not. Kickstarter can spin it any way it wants, and so can players, but this is the investment business, and sometimes you get burned. Mighty No. 9 is the perfect example. The final product was panned by critics and by fans. How did the market respond? When Inafune tried to get a second project Red Ash funded, the Kickstarter campaign failed. That's the market working. People were angry, they were disappointed in him, and they were not going to give him more money to fund a second game. I'm not saying people can't be angry. Hey, I'm upset that I'm not getting Yooka-Laylee on the Wii U, and that there's a chance I could get a physical copy on the Switch, but it means I either have to get a refund and sort of hope, or I just stick with my electronic copy and hope that, because you have to pay an extra $20 to get a physical copy on the R2 systems, hope that the money stands. So yeah, I understand why people are angry, but you gotta look at the big picture. Developers want their games to hit the biggest market, so delays in changing consoles are natural to get the most players to pick up the best final product. But hey, if you still feel like you're cheated or lied to, or that the directors lied to you, next time just stick to buying the game in store. You'll save yourself a lot of grief.
I also want to mention that Red Ash is still being made.
Yeah, but the Kickstarter failed.
Kickstarter failed, but that game's still coming out.
Yeah, I wonder how well that's gonna do. From the developer of Mighty No. 9.
Wait, come back!
Yeah! Actually, you know what? That commercial would be good if they treated it like a joke like that, like from the developer of Mighty No. 9. No, wait!
And Mega Man and Mega Man! You like Mega Man?
What's Mega Man?
Oh, that could be it. No, wait, new cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I forgot about that one.
Hey, Castlevania's getting a Netflix series.
Oh my god.
Rated R.
Rated R, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like Game of Thrones, they say.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Can't wait to see that.
With Captain and Simon Belmont, hopefully.
I hope they have a fun, joke
Oh,
regarding
and
him.
Alucard. They gotta have the old Alucard.
Like, I hope-
skateboarding Alucard.
I hope there's a Captain and Simon, painting in a room in the cartoon or something.
I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. Anyway, let's thank our guests for appearing today. Main themes provided by Victor Zoni. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at TheBigNPodcast@gmail.com. Like what you heard today, please subscribe to our channel.
I'm Mike.
I'm Nathan.
This is The Big N.